scenes from Shakespeare's play, The Taming of the Shrew. This is one of Shakespeare's romantic comedy, but it's been a fascinating play for us to look at, for them to start to act through, and we're going to give a few scenes for you, but I want to give you a little bit of background. So, The Taming of the Shrew. Any of my younger friends, what's a shrew? Who's a shrew? Yes, sir. A small rodent, absolutely. A shrew is a small rodent. Or an angry woman.
What?
Right? So The Taming of the Shrew. This is about a woman named Katharina, or Kate, that people want to get married, but no man will marry her because she's too scary. Now, her younger sister Bianca is beautiful and sweet. People want to marry her, but Dad says, no, not until the older sister is married. But Kate, the older one, is the scary one. So what are we going to do? Is the younger sister going to be able to get married? Is the older sister going to get married? Is anyone going to be able to tame her? We'll see a little bit in our scenes. In our first scene, we have 3 actors. We have Althea, Julian, and Berla. Althea is actually playing a young man, but she's fabulous and she can certainly do this. She is playing a servant, and she is Julian's servant. But Julian is kind of a lovesick puppy with the younger sister. And the servant is trying to say, hello, focus on real life, you can't marry her. And then Berla's going to play another servant coming in who is going to be all confused about what is going on, because we kind of have some trading identity here. They're going to pretend to be someone else. So see if you can catch that in this scene from Act 1 of Taming of the Shrew.
Tell me, is it possible that love should have said take such hold?
Oh, Tranio, till I found it to be true. I never thought it possible or likely. But see, while idly I stood looking on, I found the effect of love and idleness, and now in plainness to confess to thee, that art to me as secret and as dear, as Anne to the Queen of Carthage was. Tranio, I burn, I pine, I perish. Tranio. If I cheat not this young modest girl, counsel me, Tranio, for I know thou canst. Assist me, Tranio, for I know thou wilt.
Master, it is no time to chide you now. Affection is not rated from the heart. If love have touched you, then naught remains but so. Redeme te captum quam quest minimum.
Gramercy's lad, go forth. This contents, the rest will comfort, for thy counsel's sound.
Master, you look so longingly on the maid. Perhaps you mark not what's the pitfall.
Oh yes, I saw sweet beauty in her face, such as the daughter of Agenor had, that made great jump to humble him to her hand, and with his knees he kissed the Cretan strand.
Saw you no more? Marked you not how her sister began to scold and raise up such a storm that mortal ears might hardly endure the din?
Tranio, I saw her coral lips to move, and with her breath she did perfume the air. Sacred and sweet was all I saw in her.
Nay, then 'tis time to stir him from his trance. I pray, awake, sir, if you love the maid, then thoughts and wits to achieve her. Thus it stands. Her eldest sister is so cursed and shrewd that until the father stands of her, Master, your love must live a maid at home, and therefore he is so close to meet her up because she will not be annoyed with the suitors.
Tranio, what a cruel father is he! But art thou not advised? He took some care to get her cunning schoolmasters to instruct her.
Aye, marry, am I, sir, and now 'tis plotted.
I have it, Tranio.
Master, for my hand both our inventions meet and jump in one.
Tell me thine first.
You will be schoolmaster and undertake the teaching of the maid. That's your advice.
It is. May it be done?
Not possible, for who shall obey your heart and be empowered with your Vincentio's son? Welcome his friends, keep his house, supply his book, visit his countrymen, and think with them.
Basta, content thee, for I have it full. We have not yet been seen in any houses, nor can we be distinguished by our faces. For man or master, then it follows thus. Thou shalt be master, Tranio, in my stead. Keep house, poor, and servants, as I should. I will some other be, some Florentine, some Neapolitan, or mere man of Pisa. 'Tis hatched and shall be so. Tranio, at once, uncase thee. Take my colored hat and cloak. When Biandello comes, he waits on thee. But I'll charm him first to keep his tongue.
So had you need. In brief, sir, sit that your pleasure is. I am tied to be obedient, for so your father charged me at our parting. Be serviceable to my son, quoth he, although I think 'twas in another sense. I am contented, Lucentio, because so well I love Lucentio.
Be so, because Lucentio loves, and let me be a slave to achieve that maiden, whose son's sight hath thralled my wounded eye. Here comes the road. Sarah, where have you been?
Where have I been? Nay, how now, where are you? Master, has my fellow Tranio stolen your his? Are you stolen his? Or both? Pray, what's the news?
Sarah, come hither. 'Tis no time to jest, and therefore frame your manners to the time. Your fellow Tranio here, to save my life, puts my apparel and my countenance on, and I, for my escape, have put on his. For in a quarrel since I came ashore, I killed a man, and fear I was to cry. Wait on him, I charge as it comes. While I make way from hence to save my life. You understand me?
I, sir. You're witted.
And not a jot of Tranio in your mouth. Tranio is changed into Lucentio.
Better for him if I were so too.
So could I, David Boyd, to have the next wish after, that Lucentio indeed had Baptista's youngest daughter. But Sarah, not for my sake, but for your master's. I advise you use your manners discreetly in all kinds of company. When I'm alone, why then, I am Tranio. But in all places else, your master, Lucentio.
Tranio, let's go. One more thing rest, that thyself execute, to make one amongst these wars. If thou ask me why, suffice it. My reasons are both good and witty.
So we've just found that one of the guys that wants to be the boyfriend of the younger sister is going to pretend to be a teacher so we can get close to the girl because dad won't allow her to have boyfriends. And the servant and the master are changing places. Okay? Now in our next scene, we are actually going to meet the two lovely, gentle, fair maidens and meet dad and see what is going on, see what that relationship is. We're going to meet a neighbor, and we are actually going to meet the man who wants to tame the shrew.
Oh, good sister, long me not, nor wrong yourself, to make a bondmaid and a slave of me, that I disdain, but for these other gods, abide my hands, or I'll pull them off myself. Yea, all my raiment, or my petticoat, or what I will command, will I do, so well I know my duty to my elders.
Of all the suitors who I charge thee tell, whom thou lovest best, see thou dissemble not.
Believe me, sister, of all the men alive, I never yet beheld that special face, which I can fancy more than any other.
Minion, thou liest, is not Hortensio.
If you affect him, sister, here I swear I'll plead for you myself, but you shall have him.
Then you like your fancy riches more, you will have Romeo to keep you fair.
Is it for him you do envy me so? Nay, then you jest, and now I will proceed. You have but jested me all this while.
If thou
be, sister Kate, untie my hands.
If thou be just, then all the rest will serve.
Hardo Day, whence grow these instruments? Bianca, stand aside. Poor girl, she weeps. Go fly thy needle, meddle not with her. For shame thou hidest in the devilish spirit. When did she cross thee with a bitter word?
Her silence flouts me and I'll be revenged.
What am I saying, Bianca? Get thee in.
What? Will you not suffer me? Nay, now I see. She is your treasure. She must have a husband, and I must stand barefoot on her wedding day, and for all your love, leave aches in hell. Talk not to me. I will go sit and weep till I find occasion for revenge.
Was ever a gentleman thus grew his eye? Who comes here?
Good morning, neighbor Baptista.
No, come on, neighbor Grammy. God save you, gentlemen.
And you, good sir, pray have you not a daughter called Katharina, fair and virtuous?
I have a daughter, sir, called Catherine.
You're too blunt.
Go to her.
Excuse me, Sir Grumio, give me leave. I am a gentleman of Verona, sir, that hearing of her beauty and her wit, her affability and bashful modesty, her wondrous qualities and mild behavior, am bold to show myself as a forward guest within your house, to make mine eye the witness of that report which I so often heard. And for an entrance of my entertainment, I do present you with a man of mine, born in Mantua. His name is Lydia.
You were welcome, and he for your good sake. But for my daughter, Catherine, This I know, she's not for your turn, the more my grief.
I see you do not mean to part with him, or else you might not my company.
Mistake me not, I speak but as I find. Whence are you, sir? What may I call your name?
Petruchio is my name, Antonio's son, a man well known throughout all of Italy.
I know him well, and you are welcome for his sake.
Save me your tale, Petruchio. Let us not our poor petitioners speak to. Becker, you are marvelous.
Oh, pardon me, Signor Gremio, I would fain be doing.
I doubt it not, sir, but you will curse your warning. Neighbor, this is a gift very grateful, I'm sure of it. To express the like kindness myself, to be more kindly behold, to freely give unto you this young scholar. To have been long studied at Rome in cunning in Greek, Latin, and other languages, as the other in music and mathematics. His name is Cambio. Pray accept his service.
1,000 thanks, Signor Gremio. Welcome to Cambio.
Now, we actually have a monologue on offer, which is kind of like a solo speech. It is something a character would come up and do and just talk to the audience, and kind of give thoughts to the audience. Now, in this particular one, Kate, our shrew, has very reluctantly agreed to marry Petruchio. Small problem. Petruchio didn't show up for the wedding. Kate's a little upset. And we are going to hear her speech in this monologue. So I invite Ellen to come up and give us her Kate.
No shame but mine. I must forsooth be forced to give my hand and post my heart unto a mad-brained Rudesby full of spleen, who wooed in haste and means to wed at leisure. I told you he was a... I told you Why? He was a frantic fool. I told you he was a frantic fool, hiding his bitter jests and blunt behavior, and noted to be a merry man. He will 1,000 point the day of marriage, make friends, invite, proclaim the babes, yet he never means to wed where he hath wooed. Now the world must point at poor Catherine and say, Lo, there's mad Petruchio's wife, if it would please him, come and marry her!
Our final scene actually takes us towards the end of the play. Kate and Petruchio have gotten married, but they're still really kind of arguing, and Petruchio is going to tell her, no matter what I do, you're arguing with me. All I want you to do is agree with me. And in this scene, that agreement becomes a little bit ridiculous, but Kate has finally learned how to play the game and potentially how to make this marriage work. Now, unfortunately, they are going to drag an innocent bystander into this game as they travel back to Verona to go to the wedding of the younger sister and her suitor, who was the one pretending to be the teacher. Okay, so this is our final scene.
Come on, in God's name, once more toward our father's son. Good Lord, how bright shines the moon.
The moon! The sun! It is not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon.
I know it is the sun that shines so bright.
Now my mother's son, and that's myself. It should be moon or star or what I list. Or ere our journey back to your father's house. Go on and bet your horses back again. Evermore crossed, let them across. Say as he says, but we shall never go.
Forward, I pray, since we have come so far, and it be moon or sun or what you please, and if you please to call it a rush candle, henceforth, I vow, it shall be for me, Catherine.
I say it is the moon.
I know it is the moon.
Nay, lies the blessed sun.
Then God be blessed, it is the blessed sun. But it is not sun when you say it is not, and it is changed, and the moon changes even as your mind. What would you have it named, even that it is?
Petruchio, go that way, the field is one. Well, 4 as the bow should run, but not unluckily against the bias. A soft company is coming. Good morrow, gentle mistress. Where away tell me, sweet Kate, and tell me truly too. Hast thou beheld such a fresh gentlewoman, such a warm red and white within her cheeks? That stars spangled such a heavenly face, and those 2 eyes become such a heavenly face. For lovely maiden, good day to thee. Sweet Kate, brace it for her beauty's sake.
Young budding virgin, fair, fresh, and sweet, whither ways where thy abode? Happy the parent of so fair a child.
Happier the man whom favorable stars allots thee for his lovely bedfellow.
A will make the man mad to make a woman of him. Why, how now, Kate? I hope that art not mad. This man is old, wrinkled, withered, and faded. Not a maiden, as thou sayest he is.
Pardon, old father, my mistaken eyes that have been so bedazzled by the sun, that everything I look upon seemeth green. Now I perceive thou art a reverend father. I pray thee for my mad mistaking.
Do good, old grandsire, withal make known, which way thou travellest. If along with us, we shall be grateful of thy company.
Fair sir, and you my married mistress, that with your strange encounter much amazed me. My name is called Vincenzio, I dwell in Pisa, and bound I am in Padua, there to visit a son of mine, which long I have not seen.
What is his name?
Vincenzio, gentle sir.
Happily met, happy for thy son. I now by law, as old as ever in age, I entitle thee, my loving father, the sister to my wife, the gentlewoman. Thy son by this hath married, wonder not. Nor be grieved, she is of good esteem. Her dowry wealthy and of worthy birth, besides a qualified as may beseem. The spouse to a noble gentleman, embrace it for her.
Let me embrace with old Vincenzio,
Let me embrace old Vincenzio,
and wander away to sea.
and wander away to see thy honest son, who will thy arrival be full joyous.
What is this true, or is it all just your pleasure? Are the pleasant travelers to break a jest upon the company you overtake? I do surely thought so.
Come go along and see our first merriment. First had made thee jealous.
Well, Jugio, this is but me and her. I have to my widow, and if she be forward, now must our Hortensio to be informed.
All right, excellent job. Learning Shakespeare is not that easy, and memorizing it, it's like memorizing poem after poem after poem. So it's really something of a challenge.